everyone, this is Miss Norris from the front office. Just a reminder for our juniors that the ACT is going to be on February 27th. We will start having some modules offered to juniors through Edgenuity to help you prepare for the ACT. You want to make sure, as always, that you have a good night's sleep before the ACT and that you come ready to work. You'll have different questions, everything from reading, math, and all the way to writing. And just to plan, we'll talk more about this, juniors, but the ACT will go from 8 a.m. until about 1 p.m. with a snack in between. So I know you guys are all going to rock it.
This week for Cooking Corner, we made chocolate Nutella mug cake.
Question is, what renovations do you want to see in Brevard High School?
We've got some very aging buildings, and we are definitely in need of some repairs to our roof and upgrades to HVAC and things like that.
I don't really like the auditorium chairs because they're uncomfortable and they need some seating.
We need some shower curtains in the field house for morning practices because showering without shower curtains is pretty terrible.
I wish that all the water fountains did not look so disgusting.
We need better netting down at the softball fields.
Maybe the heat.
This week we talked to Austin Nail, who was the only student from Brevard High School to qualify for state in swimming.
I've been swimming since I was young. I swam for about 3 years when I moved to Brevard around 2010, but I've been swimming all of my life. To be the only student going from the team, it's a bittersweet moment because I know that the team has helped me be where I am today, and I really wish they all could be there with me, but it's really cool to be able to experience this, but it would be cool if they could be there with me.
This week, I talked to Hannah Lamel about her college application tips.
My name is Hannah Lamel, and I'm going to attend Auburn University in the fall. My intended major is animal science because I hope to eventually go to vet school, and so that's usually like a gateway major. Definitely finding the motivation to do all those essays because you have to do a lot, and finding the motivation to really like sit down and work hard is like a lot, especially when you're battling like senior project and everything, and also just finding the time. But it's all worth it because when you finally like get those acceptance letters, it's like definitely the biggest relief and like most exciting thing in your life so far.
7 BHS students have been chosen to attend the annual AAAS meeting in Austin, Texas. This week we talked to them about their projects as well as their hopes for the conference.
So my project was growing spirulina. We grew that using compounds from Mars dirt and artificial urine. Well, we are going to be going to Mars within our lifetime, and there's estimates we could be there by 2030. And once we are there, a food source is needed, which kind of gave impetus for this study. AAAS is the American Academy for the Advancement of Science. It is an international organization that brings people from around the world to share their science research. I did go to AAAS last year to Boston, and I do hope that I will be able to have as good of food as I had at AAAS last year.
For my time project last year, I took a bunch of wax moth larvae, which are little yellow worms, and I infected them with a disease. One of the points of my project was to see if wax moth larvae could be used as live testing methods for medicine to replace mice and lab rats. I think it's going to be really interesting. There's a lot of museum tours involved. I'm really excited about that, and I'm hoping to meet some really cool international scientists that can tell me more about their work.
Recent changes in the government's definition of rural schools has caused TCS to lose out on about $60,000 worth of funding. However, the school board is proposing a bond that could help make up for some of this money. We talked to Mr. Galloway to learn more.
Initially, when at first they had a group come in and do a study, and they said the school system needed over $100 million for the 9 schools. It got whittled down to 90-something million, and now that was, I think the school board determined with meetings with the commissioners that was too much. So they've kind of went down to settled on $68 million bond. And basically the 2 highest priorities right now would be Brevard High School and Rosman High School. They would see a majority of that $68 million bond.
Why do you think that students or other people in the community should get involved with this action or try and convince maybe older members of the community that it's worth their money?
Well, I mean, your future is your students and your kids. That'll be running this county. They'll be the people running this county in 20, 25 years. So, investing in education, you can't go wrong.
Do you want to make a loved one very happy? Remember, Candygrams, last day, today. Lunch A or B, come get your Candygrams. It's going to be a wild ride, my dudes. Portrait Day for the spring is February 16th. Come have a man or a woman take your pictures. It's going to be fun, I guarantee it. February 16th is Portrait Day. The one-night stop is February 27th. Get whatever you're going to do. Do it in one night, but only for one night. Remember, February 27th, the one-night stop.